Thinking of buying a HUD home? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about what you need to know when it comes to buying a HUD home. But first, I got to go show a house, so stick around. All right, so I am back for my showing. Now let's talk HUD homes because that's what you guys are here for. You want to know what you need to do when it comes to buying a HUD home so you do it correctly. Now I'm going to touch on a few different things going throughout this video. So whether you're buying it for an investment to fix and flip, you're buying it to live in, maybe you even want to buy it to wholesale, which you can do. This will kind of give you the big 30,000 foot view of buying a HUD home. Now, only a realtor can bid on the homes for you. So you need to find a realtor in your area that you can work with. A couple of things you really want to make sure that you know about is when you're buying a HUD home, if you are using financing, say FHA, VA, or USDA, I would say 90% of the time, and this is just my opinion from what I've seen doing real estate, is that most of those houses won't qualify for those loan products. Because, for example, like any of those products, like FHA, for example, that a lot of people use as a first-time home buyer, there can't be anything wrong with the property. There can't be any holes in the walls, missing outlet covers, missing paint, stuff like that. And if there is, or I should say peeling paint, and if there is, the homeowner usually is responsible for making those repairs if they want to sell it to that person that's coming in with the FHA financing. Same thing for USDA and VA loans. Now here's the thing with HUD homes. Most of the time there's been some hardship. The person has been removed from the home. You can call it an eviction, I guess, of sorts, where they've foreclosed the home, the bank takes the property back, they've been moved out. Most of the times that isn't a good scenario for most people, and they trash the properties. They kick holes in walls, they, ruin the floors by dragging appliances across hardwood floors, the paint's peeling, stuff like that. Some of these homes actually sit for a couple years before they actually get back on the market, sometimes much sooner, and it all depends on where you are. So just keep that in mind when you're going in to look at HUD homes, that most of the time they're not going to qualify for those programs. Now there is one FHA program that they will qualify for, and that's an FHA 203K loan. Now that 203K loan basically allows you to purchase the property and do the rehab work. And if you hear any noise in the background, that's one of my kids, Luke. He's playing his Switch. So just keep that in mind when looking for the property. Now let's talk deposits. So on HUD homes, if it's $50,000 and under, it's a $500 deposit. If it's $50,001, it's a $1,000 deposit. So whether the house is $400,000 or $50,002, it's a $1,000 deposit. You won't pay any more than that, and you won't pay any less than the $500. So those are your deposits. The other thing you want to make sure you're aware of is that the bidding process is kind of automated in a way. You're bidding against the computer, basically. So as the property comes on the market, they're going to want, let's say 99% of what they're asking for the home. As it sits on their 60 days, they might come down to 93% or 95%. And then every day that that property sits in the market longer, the price drops. And it's an algorithm that HUD has. Don't ask me how it works. I really don't know. All I know is that I'm bidding against the computer. One thing you want to make sure you do is that when you're putting in your bid, or have your agent put in your bid, is make sure they make your offer a backup offer. So if it doesn't get accepted at first and no other offers come in, they can look at it as a backup offer. That's very important. I've won some HUD bids that way. Now, when you're looking at these homes, what you want to make sure that you do is you go through, and there's going to be a PRC report, I believe it's called. And it's a PDF that you can download from the site when you're on there looking at these properties. And it's going to tell you the overall condition, because you're not going to get any disclosures with these properties. They're being bought as is. And that's why most of your typical loan products, like your FHA, your VA, and your USDA, these homes won't qualify for. So what you want to look at is if it says insurable or uninsurable when you're looking at that. And I think it actually shows it in the post. I know it does on the realtor side. I'm not sure on the consumer side as somebody that's looking to buy HUD homes, because I've never really gone through that aspect of it. But if it says 5,000, if it says insurable in escrow or something like that, then that means it takes less than $5,000 to get that house up and running and livable. So that means turning the power on, turning the heat on if it's in the wintertime, turning the water on, electricity, all that stuff. Now, if it says uninsurable, that means in HUD's eyes, it needs more than $5,000 worth of work. So it could have broken pipes, it could have a leaky roof, you know, who knows, it could be a whole number of things of why it says that. So just keep that in mind when looking at the property. Those are really my tips, my baseline tips as far as purchasing a HUD home. Hopefully you found some value in that. If you have questions, just put them in the comments down below. I'll answer them for you as I can. And it is free to get an account at HUDHomestore.com. You can sign up, username, email. I think it's like email, and you come up with a password. They give you access to that, and then you can see those homes. Now, if you happen to find a home that you like while doing your search, all you have to do is give the case number to your realtor and tell them what you would like to offer for a purchase price. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.